Well, technical difficulties aside, we're finally live. Really waiting on me, but we are here. We keep the streak going. Thanks for tuning in or watching the replay. But a lot of stuff to go over tonight. So Supergirl's on the way. Trailer drops on Thursday of this week. We'll be back here next. We'll be back here tomorrow to go over that trailer, but we're going to go down a few little teaser stuff that they've dropped already. And the biggest battle in the galaxy right now is Paramount versus Netflix for Warner's hand in streaming and film marriage. Who will win? We'll talk about that. And we have Last Airbender Season 2. We're going to talk about how growth spurts are a thing. And then we're going to talk about Hamish's turn here at for Hunger Games. We got that coming up. Trailer dropped. I don't think we've looked at it here or talked about it. So we're going to take a look at that tonight. And Fandom Mic Drop is back. A little twist on it this week. But without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump on into it. Are we ready? You know what? No intro. We're already behind. Let's go. Supergirl takes flight. So, first up, this new huge chapter in the DC universe is Supergirl. We finally have our first official sort of look at the movie with the teaser trailer that they've been dropping or the teaser footage that they've been dropping. We know that it's based off of Woman of Tomorrow and a little probably creative liberties as well, but that trailer is on the way. So the film is directed by Greg Gillespie. Again, we'll have those James Gunn influences. The plot-wise, they said it's not very cheerful, probably not your campy Supergirl, but we've seen her at the end of Superman, so we sort of know what we're going to be getting in that regard. So, first up, first question of the night from the rebooted laptop that I have right now. We know the trailer drops tomorrow, and we'll be here to take a look at it.
Yep.
But first impressions alone from just what you've seen so far. They dropped the new poster for it, which was dope. And just from that little bit, we got a teaser for the teaser. Jen, first impressions of just what you see from this.
Honestly, just intrigue because the path that they're taking where it's not going to be so puppy dogs and butterflies, rainbows type thing. I am very intrigued with just the little snippets that are here. So, and some of the stuff I'm seeing, is James Gunn fashion, which for me, I'm like, yay, it's on brand. So
Very much so.
I'm looking forward to see how this trailer looks and how they're going to be teasing us with this story that they've chosen to do with her. So honestly, I'm intrigued by this. And then real quick, Sage and King Matthew, you guys are troopers. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, really? Yeah, put in the chat. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Doc, your thoughts. Again, they're showing us very little, obviously, and we'll get a little more of it tomorrow. We know what is based off of what we're going through with this story. We've talked about the anticipation for it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like a bit of a darker tone to Supergirl in contrast to what we got with the G Golly Superman from this year?
Okay, from what I saw in the little teaser, it looked like it's gonna be exactly like the comic book. And if you people hadn't seen the comic book, I'm gonna take these off. Hey, people, if you hadn't read the comic book, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, you should probably read it before watching this movie because this movie is going to be awesome because the comic book was. But let me tell you something. I think it's going to be exactly like the comic book, just from the little teaser trailer with the guys that was chasing the young lady that was standing next to Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
That's the young lady from the book who's, what happened to her family and everything. It's going to be just like it. And from what you said, like at the end of Superman, when she came in and she was drunk and stuff, and she was about to go back to her other planet, I think that's the point where she came back and got Crypto, took him to the other planet with her, and then she gets into that altercation.
Yeah,
I
think that's going to pick up.
That would be a dope connection.
So, Jen, if you hadn't read Woman of Tomorrow yet, please pick it up tomorrow and check it out. So
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it.
So I mean, it's
need
freaking
to.
awesome. So I think I know some people have an issue with James Gunn. I think he's a phenomenal director, and I personally can't wait to see what he does with this. Although I know people say it's going to be dark. Yeah, it's going to be dark. Death is dark. I'm sorry, people. People die.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
and people are going to die in this film. I promise you, they are. And it's not going to be the same happy Supergirl we got off the what was it, CW? You know,
after further sort of analysis of this trailer or this teaser for the teaser goes through, I'm thinking like, hey, I'm thinking like when I saw this, I was like, man, could that like be a memory of like Krypton? Do we get to see Krypton?
I think we do.
Her eyes
that
too.
I think we do because she's technically no, she's older than Superman. Like she was a whole teenager when he was a baby.
Well, do you remember how and people in the chat let me know too. Do y'all remember how did y'all ever play Injustice 2?
I haven't, no.
I didn't.
Okay.
Either.
So the beginning of that story is they add Supergirl to it, and she's seeing like the planet start to blow up and all that stuff, right? And she gets into a pod and or spaceship and flies off too. It could be pretty similar to that, just seeing it from her standpoint. I think we're gonna get more substance with, again, Superman this year was what Superman needed to be.
Yes.
I think if we're looking for more substance in a character, especially a character we've only seen in an 80s movie and then the CW series, I think this is going to be a pretty good take. Again, James Gunn, I hope some of the humor isn't there, but it's hard to sort of, he gets in his bag and we know where it's at.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and get up on it. It's going to be there, dog. Get up on the humor, bro. Well, James Gunn is going to interject that into everything.
Here's the thing. It's about good humor too. Like some, or not, I won't say that because it's subjective. I will, because humor is subjective. I will say it's not my particular kind of humor. I didn't laugh when Guy Gardner did the middle finger. I know it's in his character, but I was like, did we need it? Did we need the Justice Gang at all? But that's another story for another day.
We can talk about that. But
that's another story for
did you laugh any during Peacemaker? Because that's all James Gunn.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena landed a lot of those lines, thankfully, but it was. And fine. I know
you laughed during Guardians of the Galaxy,
but Guardians was like, okay. It's funny that you bring up Guardians. It really is funny because we talked. I think at least I brought it up that James Gunn really focuses on like a lot of music, right?
Yeah,
because that's what that was. I don't think I have a photo of it, but it's on the new thumbnail that we have designed for All-Star Fandom. Let us know what you think about that. But there's a pair of headphones around her neck.
That looks like Pete's.
So with that being said, I don't know. It's gonna get a lot of that for me. But again, this is all James Gunn's personality. We know this, but I think we'll get more of a deeper story than we got with Superman. Some more trials and tribulations with this character. I hope.
I think because she does have the headphones around her neck or whatever, and I would be surprised to see this, but this is what I'm thinking. You know how at the beginning, how the Star-Lord was introduced to us with the headphones, singing, doing his thing before he go do his thievery, right? I'm thinking she's going to be listening to her headphones as well because she's mourning the loss of her family. You know what I'm saying? She's still mourning the loss of her family. And this is about to be her, can we do a little spoiler? This is about to be her 21st birthday. Like she's celebrating her birthday by herself. She's sad. She's going to be listening to music and she's going to be trying to get drunk.
Well, and that's how it makes the character relatable because for all of us, we really love music and music is a part of the fabric of our stories. We have our first heartbreak song. We have our first banger song that we have songs that carried us through hard seasons. There's something that happens with music that awakens something within us. So the fact that we're going to see that with quote unquote an alien being who is not from our planet is dope. Because that it just makes it unique to her character. And then to the comedy comment, I think there's a way that if you have a dark story, there is a way to input comedy tactfully. Because I've seen other things that are dark in it, and it's hysterical. But then
you can also take the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was the perfect blend of it. Like that was James Gunn at his. That was I will give it. That was James Gunn at his best. The comedy didn't come out of left field. It didn't stop anything. It was you still cried for Rocket, and you still were able to laugh.
Exactly. So there's a way to do it.
So why don't you go into this with open mind, with that third galaxy on your mind?
But he just gave me Superman, and this was we're in a new universe, baby.
I get it. But hold on, dear.
It's a different tone.
But hold on, this is a different tone movie versus Superman, and we already know that.
It's a different tone. It's a different storyline. Because it's only year 3 of him being Superman, so he's still at the very beginning. He's still learning. Where to Doc's point, she has been around longer
for a while. She's been around for a while.
Yeah. So think with her life experience versus Clark's, they have 2 completely different experiences. They're not going to be the same.
Completely, totally understandable. He got the good family. She got lost in space and crash landed there. Totally understandable.
Turtles in the building.
For her to be that way. But here's a question too, and it might be too early to ask this question, because there are rumors about a certain space biker sort of guy being in this movie too, or joining the DCU. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not, but let me finish this one. Do we see this movie, or how it might be too early, just connecting to the larger DCU? Because right now the only DCU we have is Peacemaker, Superman, and that's it at the moment, right?
We can't determine that right now because the DC has gone through so many resets, and this is another reset. So we have to wait and see how the plan plays out, how the play is going to get run until we can have that conversation.
Here's a question for you then, Jen. How would you run that play?
Ooh. Okay, with running this play, I have to deal with the ramifications of all the previous fumbles, correct?
Oh yeah, you got to figure out your fumbling problem. You got to figure out like Tiki Barber. You got to hold that ball high and tight.
Well, the first thing I would do is put out Batgirl.
But it doesn't connect to this, Jen. It doesn't.
I can figure it out.
That's why
I'm a creative person. I will figure it out.
You know what? That might be a good one off for us, or one shot for us. We got the keys to the car. What would we do? I think that would be, write that down, somebody. I think that would be a good one shot.
I got a notebook right here.
You got the keys to DC. What do you do? Here's a comment from Sage. I
already know what needle drop we should do for that.
You doing all these retcons just like the source material. I mean, and then obviously
I said, I thought the same thing when I saw she came in at the end of Superman. And I think we didn't talk about it, Dion, but I thought, I was like, maybe it's too soon for it to come out like 1 year after Superman. But we won't know until we see it. I mean,
yeah, we can't judge it until we see it. I mean, we're just strapping at reaching for clouds at this point without the content.
It did surprise me just knowing James Gunn. Like he put out Creature Commandos, man. I mean, his movies for DC, for MCU was Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure they gave that to him, but he was the perfect person for something like that. He does like to not take that same formula, which I can appreciate, because the last formula or the play didn't run it well, right? So how can we mix it up? We got 3 years already in Superman, no origin story, perfect. Somewhere Batman is out there, we'll figure that out. Damian and Robin's gonna suit up. Damian as Robin's gonna suit up. And now we get Supergirl. I think, why not, man? I mean, aside from Wonder Woman and Black Widow, that's the only other 2 leading female roles in the last 15 years.
But then, like, the conversation back then was because when the original films came out, they didn't want to do an independent Black Widow film in the correct order because they thought people wouldn't be interested. They put it out many years later, and people were like, "You should have put this out in the correct order."
Yeah, because it'll still do bank. I mean, especially this early within the DCU.
At the beginning of that.
Yeah, you don't like. And here's the thing: this is what makes me feel very hopeful for this movie, is the amount of like marketing dollars that they're putting behind it. Granted, it's somebody's chest, and that takes you there. But they have like a countdown clock in New York today. They have a countdown to the trailer tomorrow. She's taking over social media for DC. Yeah, she's taking over all of DC social media. If you go to like Superman's, like it's been taken over by her with her logo or her like take on the logo. So it's interesting time for DC. I'm optimistic, man. I may not sound like it at times, but it's just like I'm looking forward to this one because I think given the Supergirls we've gotten, this is probably going to be one of the ones with the most depth.
Right, and I think people.
Yeah, Sage, we're gonna get this before GT. Yeah, we're gonna get this before GTA 6.
Go ahead, Jim.
I think we're, especially with the times we live in, people want more in-depth stories. And because this is getting pulled from the comic book, use the source material.
Yep.
That's why it's called source material. Run the play.
So with that source material, Jen. Oh, go ahead. I didn't cut you off.
Yeah, no. The last thing I'm just gonna say is, I think we need to give this film a chance. James Gunn a chance because he hasn't been steering the boat for too long, having to look at everything that happened before his takeover and then figuring out, how do I fix this? What do I do? Because I need a game plan. I'm competing with Marvel. Marvel's got over 10 years in and they're still doing stuff. So that he has to weigh all of that. And that's a lot.
For sure. I mean, again, we can sit here and say like it's easy. We can start with your big 3 and then build off of it. We do whatever. That's what I would do. But that's not that's the hardest thing you can possibly do because you have another another Batman in Elseworld that you have to contend with, and what that release schedule might look like whenever that Batman 2 comes out. I don't know when we'll get Brave and the Bold, but I know our next slate is this. Supergirl, the Green Lanterns, and I know movie-wise, I'm not sure what's next after that for DC. But there is that rumor too, also that Lobo might be in this, and he's being portrayed by a character we knew from before, by actor we knew from before, Mr. Jason Momoa. So
hey,
whatever you want to take with that. I don't know what to do. But I guess it's exhausting thinking about it sometimes. But if I'm picking somebody to play Lobo, if you turned his skin white as Aquaman in Justice League, he was Lobo anyway, man. Like the way he dropped or landed on the Batmobile, like just his reactions to everything. Him screaming through like that shot from Justice League when he was just straight up just pitchforking people. That was dope, man. But I can also see him as Lobo too, and I'm not mad at that casting. Just don't pull anything else from that universe if that's the case. But neither here nor there at the moment. Just go into the comment section real quick.
Thank you, Sage. That last one, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. But I mean, most people didn't say anything about Chris Evans. What about Chris Evans? Did I miss something earlier?
If
when
Oh,
he played
with-
different superheroes.
Oh,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. That's we knew there was a definite divide at that point. You know what I mean? Like you had Fox properties, and now you have, and that was years removed, right? Like when was that Fantastic Four Silver Surfer?
2000 something.
The
2000,
early
I want to say 2007. Was
yeah,
it?
it was the early
Ooh.
2000s.
I was probably like right in college, probably, or like about to go. Yeah, I can't remember, but we knew that was going to be that was a split. And by then we knew Fox needed to make a movie every so often to keep the license, right?
Yeah.
So we understood that part. But when they bought it, I think they cleverly weaved all that stuff in to the point where the whole Fox Deadpool and Wolverine stuff really made all that make sense. So they were able to. But yeah, I definitely
2005.
Yeah, that was too far removed, man. Wait, Iron Man came out in 2008?
Yep.
And then the first Avenger, Chris Evans, was 2009.
Well, it was 2 years
12?
after. It was 2 years after the Iron Man, right?
I think
Yeah, because
so.
Avengers was 2011, 2012.
The
So it was
first
like
one.
right before. So it was right before the Avengers movie.
2011 was the first
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah, and that was right before the Avengers movie. So
Wow.
I felt like that was enough time separated that we're good with that. But I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else from our comment section. Where does it go? Sage, heck no, the CGI and costuming was off-putting. Was that for Fantastic Four or Super?
Sage asked about the Supergirl that was on the CW. If it was, I think he's never seen it, like worth the watch, or
I thought it was okay.
We've had a show about this already. I love Supergirl. Supergirl was must-see TV for me every week. So I actually enjoyed it. Go back and give it a watch. You'll enjoy it. I trust me.
Just give it a try.
Just give it a try. But no, I mean, like I said, tomorrow we'll get the full trailer for this. But just as of now, I'm digging the vibe. Obviously, the trench coat is straight from the comic book, and that we saw her at the end of it. We might see Krypton. That's her with the girl.
And to answer Sage's question, I think that whole scene with them with the white on, I think that's a funeral procession.
And I hope it in Krypton.
That's a funeral procession. It looked like they was carrying a casket on shoulders.
Oh, it's got to be Krypton, though, right? It can't be anywhere else, right?
I mean,
let's run the play.
It could be. It could be. You know, during her travel,
or with the girl. With her,
that's what I'm saying.
That could be it too, right? Like that could be her story.
Yeah,
you're right. It could be either one of those.
Yeah,
but that's her obviously getting drunk. I will admit, I love the Sonic Boom, man. I mean, we didn't get that much of Superman, but I'm digging the vibe, digging the look.
I'm ready to see this trailer. I'm ready.
It drops tomorrow afternoon at 11:59 tomorrow Eastern time.
They got a timer in New York counting it down.
They had a timer for today, but it wasn't like a full timer to tomorrow. It was like it popped up 5 hours to go today, and nobody really could make heads or tails what it was about. But it felt like it was just her taking over like the social media stuff or the takeover of Supergirl, leading up to tomorrow. But hey, man, we're getting Supergirl. We're living in a time where we're about to get a Supergirl live action movie that we're gonna go to the theaters and hopefully see.
Yeah, we're going
as we lead into our next topic. 9:05, 10 o'clock. We're here. Moving on.
We will be live at some point.
We'll be here. As long as my laptop boots up and I can see these two great faces and they can see me not lagging, we'll be here. This is This has been quite the headache for Paramount because it's a slugfest to apparently just buy WB. So I want to go through like some real quick cliff notes and we'll talk about it. And we'll also talk about how it affects like the stuff that we love, mainly DC stuff, since we talked about that earlier tonight. So let me find this very, very concise write-up that I put together. Paramount just dropped a hostile $74.4 billion offer. That was as of yesterday to snatch Warner Brothers Discovery away from Netflix. And this is shaping up to be one of the biggest media fights in modern history. Here's the quick breakdown. Warner's leadership already agreed to Netflix $72 billion deal, but Paramount said, nah, dog. We were taking this straight. So we're taking this straight to shareholders, offering more cash and pledging to buy every part of DC. I mean, not DC, of Warner. That includes the cable networks, Netflix doesn't want, like CNN, Discovery, TBS, TNT. Now, there's a political aspect to this as well, because the president that we unfortunately have, he said he'll personally review the Netflix Warner deal. Paramount might have a advantage because their CEO David Ellison has Trump connections. Jared Kushner's investment group is backing the offer, and funding is coming from Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. Like, hey, it's gonna be brought to you by Batman's gonna be brought to you by everything next year. But Trump is unpredictable. He literally dragged Paramount online a few weeks ago for a 60 Minutes interview. So that was a whole big thing. But both deals face serious antitrust reviews as well, which we can see this play out for a pretty long time. So that was it in a nutshell. Doc, what are we doing here?
Look, let me tell you, this whole shit is fucked up. Because first of all, hold on. Look, here's the thing. Y'all know how we get down. So my thing is, if we put politics into this, would y'all still consume this material if it's owned by those people? Because from what I understand, they've been trying to get their hands on shit for a long time. Now they have the backing and the money. So it's going to take somebody within HBO, Warner Brothers that's super greedy to be like, let's go and get it. I'm looking at it like this. Even with the offer from Netflix, which was about $80 billion, man, we still billionaires. Let's go ahead and just do the good faith deal that we already signed a deal. We already got a deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Not if those
I'm never the person to be like, let's go with this hostile takeover. Dude, the stock right now is $29. Dion, what's $30, bro? It's like 14 cents, cuz. I know you laughing. I'm dead serious.
You're completely right, because like Wall Street sort of reacted to Paramount stock jumped 9% on Monday, while Netflix dropped 3% and Warner Brothers shares rose 4%. The Paramount offer expires January 8th unless extended, setting the stage for one of the most consequential and political charged media battles in years, or that we've ever seen in our lifetime, because we've never had a point where studios have bought up people, you know? Like
but didn't we do this when Warner Network tried to buy everybody? Don't you remember that whole controversial action?
Was this AOL and Time Warner?
I think it was Time Warner, when Time Warner he was trying to buy everything. Yes,
because AOL bought Time Warner.
Why we have those new, I think certain statutes and laws that are in place, because we were under different administration then, to prevent takeovers like that, to try to keep the playing field. You know,
because I'm gonna tell you something, Dion,
fair. So
for a company to own two of the largest television networks in the entire world, that's gonna be a problem. 2 out of the 5 top television conglomerates in the entire world. I don't think people really understand what that means when it comes to them disseminating information to us.
Well, both of both of them have cons because everyone knows Netflix has a narrative where they are against people going to see films in the movie theaters unless, unless it's something really popular like K-pop Demon Hunters, which they put back in for a day and people went out to the theater to do the sing along.
There were talks about this though.
Yeah,
Disney
that's something because Disney had its own moment in time where it wanted to do the same thing for a little bit. But so there's that aspect because with Warner Brothers, with Lord of the Rings, not turtles.
Harry Potter, DC.
Harry Potter, it has a very huge IP. And with the things already currently in production and some of the things that are planned out, it's a lot of people are nervous because it's like all of these things that were going to come down the pipeline. Like for Lord of the Rings, for example, Peter Jackson already confirmed he was doing the Silmarillion, which would have been through Warner Brothers. And then the Hunt for Gollum now, because of this, got pushed back to 2027. And depending what happens, will we still get that film? Everyone is in New Zealand.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Well, they filming right now.
And it's being directed by Andy Serkis. So like a lot of things are hanging in the balance. Could that get shelved like Batgirl? Depending who buys it out. So
sorry.
Yeah, so like there's that aspect of it. And then with the Paramount side of it and how they got this money all of a sudden from all of these different companies and overseas different, I'll call them constituents. That's not the correct word, but that's just the word I'm going to go with. That gives me bigger concern because of how they might basically censor and prevent things from being viewed because of opinions of certain higher ups that are in current administration.
Yeah, and just to sort of, I guess, we'll get to like DC side of more in depth, but from what we've seen, I think even James Gunn, like those slate of movies that's already been planned, they're fine. That's the idea through this Netflix or whatever merger this happens. Yes, you call them pimps. But there's definitely also that idea that Paramount is committed to growing the film and TV output for both businesses, including like a theatrical slate of 30 plus theatrical releases per year, sort of satisfying that need of the moviegoer. It's one of those things where it's like, in what perfect world, Jen, or your perfect world, who comes out on top of this, or who would you rather have winning this fight?
Geez, that's not Paramount, especially like if the dynamics are the same as far as how they got all of this money all of a sudden. I don't want that because I have more concerns about that than the Netflix side of it, because even though we have that concern with Netflix, they've also given us really good content, like with Avatar, The Last Airbender, their live action series that has done well. They have really good IPs, and also now getting into the anime world with their own anime Netflix movies and TV series that they're doing, and those are well received by fans. They're really good. So Netflix, there are pros and cons to Netflix. They do some things right, they get some things wrong, but with that said, they've gotten better over the years. I would, in this scenario, if Warner Brothers doesn't want to dig its heels in the ground, because I don't fully understand all the dynamics why they're selling. I have to do more research on that, but it would be great if Warner Brothers didn't have to sell and it just remained as itself. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're selling because money talks.
And David Zaslav is
I know, money does talk, but to answer Dion's question, in a perfect world for me, I wouldn't want them to sell. Let them be their own entity doing their own thing with their own IP and don't sell.
This has been a thing, and Doc, I'm gonna ask you the same question too. But this has felt like a thing with Warner Brothers for a while. I think once David Zaslav, because at one point there was like this Discovery Warner merger that was going to happen. I don't think that ever happened.
Yep, I remember talking about that.
And David Zaslav, it felt like this was just a acquisition for him to make more money at the end of the day. Because this is the man who saw no value in inside the NBA on TNT and said like, yeah, there's no value in that. There's no value in sports or NBA basketball. So we don't need that license for the NBA to run NBA games on TNT anymore. So we lose inside the NBA.
Not only that, CBS Sports too.
We look, but him specifically for Warner, he came in and saw that as this is a business acquisition. I'm going to use this. Be damn what the fans of these people, of the fans of basketball, DC, whatever. That be damn. I'm going to do it. And now he's going to go out to the highest bidder and be even more of a billionaire after this. And Zaslav blew up a lot of stuff within Warner too during his time there. And now we're looking at him just looking at like, hey, this is what I have. Highest bidder, bring it on. So I'm hoping. So I say that in hopes that it's in better hands than it was right now, than it is currently. Because read up on David Zaslav, you're like, this guy was the worst and only cared about making money, which is understandable. This is how he became a billionaire. It's probably the only way you can become one. But he just saw it as a business acquisition. So I'm hoping whoever has it next treats it like it should be treated. That's all. That you got great properties. You got like great talented people behind all these properties too. Just let people cook with what they have. But Doc, in a great world, in your world, who wins this thing, man?
Netflix.
Yeah. You tell me why?
With all the political BS put aside, I love sports. And for somebody to be like, nah, let's do away with the sports that millions upon millions of fans watch.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's about money.
The show wins Emmys every year too.
And you already a billionaire. Like, why do people have to be so greedy?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if me personally, I'm like I said before, 80 billion, 108 billion. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna be a billionaire. Give me the 80 billion because I don't like you motherfuckers. I don't like where you got your money from.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna do the research on where you getting your money from because I want to know who I'm gonna be tied to. You know, what is he gonna be tied to? You
well, and to your point, like let's say I hope it doesn't happen. Paramount gets it. It's going to affect the shareholders, especially with the foreign ties we have now. They don't like I know they're like shareholders are going to be like, well, no, we want more money. It's like, no, think it through. You don't think about how this will affect you because of the foreign backing. You don't think you're going to lose out at some point? Yeah, I bet you will.
Jen, they don't care about that anymore.
I was just going to say that they don't.
See all those.
Yeah, not right now because they just see the money, but then later down the line, they're going to be like, oh, I can't believe this happened, blah, 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 blah.
But did you see all those commercials for like Riyadh and all that stuff? Like I'm a wrestling fan, and they're backed a lot behind like Saudi Arabia. Like they go out there 3 times a year to the point that WrestleMania, the biggest show, the Super Bowl of wrestling, is going to be in Saudi Arabia next year.
It sure is.
And like they get artists to go out there, they get comedians to go out there. They're trying
to flip this, Jen.
They're trying to make Riyadh a destination.
Yeah, they try.
Even having the Prince over here, they all the stuff that he did. I'm not gonna say this on the airways, but like that, and he's over here, and like Trump rolled out the red carpet for him. So those things are.
We talking about somebody that was number 2 on the list. Like he. Like shoot him in the face on site. $10 million.
No, like under different administration, he wouldn't even be coming here.
No, he would have been shot on site.
Yeah.
On site.
Mm-hmm.
You see what
So
I'm saying?
I mean,
is that who we want to take over anything that we watch? You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Like for me personally, Netflix, go borrow 20 more billion. I don't give a damn. Make it happen.
Do you think it'll go up? Do you think? Because we know about theaters and all that stuff. I don't. Yo, Jen, I didn't like that side. I don't like that side at all.
Look, I'm going to get ahead of your question. Look what happened with Frankenstein. Limited release.
Understandable.
It did not get put out to all the theaters, at least nationwide here stateside, and then they streamed it.
But Jen, you telling me Netflix, if Netflix owned Batman, like I think it's, I'm not gonna say Frankenstein is a smaller property. Frankenstein's monster, we all know. But if there's a tentpole movie that huge, like a Batman or a DC or whatever, comics, they're putting because that's a $1 billion movie too.
Yes,
I would hope so. I really would. But if Netflix wants to be serious with the Warner Brothers purchase, I'm going to say you have to put things in the theaters. You have to let go of this narrative. Mm-hmm. You have to let it go.
I'm telling you, man,
especially with these IP, Lord of the Rings IPs. Those things
they're gonna screw themselves up with this whole I don't want to send stuff to the movie theater thing, bro.
Let that go.
Yeah, because I feel like they will send like your big stuff to the theater, stuff that they know that's 100% guaranteed at the box.
Let me play devil's advocate right quick.
You won't see your not independent, like your Martin Scorsese movies. He might not make the cut for Netflix because Netflix see that bottom line is like, yeah, we can put that on Netflix and get a gang of views there, but we won't make that same money in the box office.
Because I was gonna say, let me play devil's advocate for a second. Dion, this is for you. So say Paramount wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we stop watching all that shit?
I mean, it's in this world, man.
It's hard.
I don't know if you.
I mean, because you think about it. What do we do, bro? This is what we do.
You can make the. I mean, should we still talk about Disney stuff? Like, I still talk about wrestling on Thursday night. You know what I mean? Like it's such a part of like who we are.
Yeah.
That you're gonna look at your property and be like, damn, it's owned by that. But I hope we're not too finicky or flaky as fans to be like, once they shine a bat signal into the sky,
I personally don't want to be too finicky.
Okay.
You got me back, rather.
I personally don't want to be finicky.
You don't want to be too flaky on something like that.
Yeah. Well, no, because like we were talking about this before the show about, why it's still good to invest in physical media, like with movies, box sets. But here's the thing, though, because streaming is still doing this, where they're only doing certain projects for streaming only, and they're not even putting them on physical media.
Nope.
I do agree with what Sage said, and that makes sense. And a lot of people will do the movie theater thing at home because they do have the ability to pause a movie, go to the restroom, come back, and continue their movie. I 100% understand that, but it's nothing like the movie theater experience, bro. And you can talk with anybody who's ever been to a movie theater. Little kid on up.
No, like I could get on that bandwagon with you. Like Dune needs to be seen on IMAX.
Yes,
at the movies.
1 trillion.
Superman needs to be in the movies. Star Wars needs to be in the movies. Lord of the Rings needs to be in the freaking movies. Like, because I know in my own experience, I have seen certain projects where I was like, man, I wish I would have saw this in the theater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like like the new Dune. I didn't get to see him in the theaters, but I would have loved to have seen him in the theaters.
No,
Rebel Moon. I wish Rebel Moon would have went to the theaters, but it's on Netflix. That's a Netflix property. It is fucking phenomenal. If y'all have not seen it
in the theater,
part 1 and part 2 is phenomenal. Part 3 should be coming out here soon, but I want stuff in the movie theater.
And I don't think we don't think like movie theaters are gonna die, right? Like I don't think that's a thought in our minds if Netflix get this, or is it a thought?
No, it's not a thought in my mind because they make too much money, man.
No, I mean, I don't think the movie theaters are going away because we still have companies out there that will put things in the theater, because you do have your independents. Disney still puts things in the movies, and they're pushing more to do things in the movies, especially with Iger at the helm. He wants things back in the theaters and spaced out. So I don't think that is going to go away. With that said, I do still get a little nervous that certain things might get limited more.
Mm-hmm.
And then to y'all point from earlier, here's the thing, man. I personally don't think a movie need to be in the movie theater for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Just cut that down.
Think about the time we grew up, man.
I know. Blade was in the movie theater for damn near 4 months.
Do you know how many times with certain films growing up we had to keep going back to the movie theater to see the movie because it would not come out of the theater?
Yes. Man, do you know how many times we went to see Blade, bro, when it first came out?
But we also know like the turnaround on like when we got to finally see it at home too. You know? Like that.
And when you had to call Blockbuster and be like, hey, put that on hold for your boy.
Those were months. Yeah, those were months and months.
And how certain things had a wait list.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, but then like with the physical media, with the DVDs, when they started putting behind the scenes out, for me, I love behind the scenes too. Footage stuff. I like every time I would go to the store, I would ask my mother, "Amma, can we please get the behind the scenes edition? I want to see the behind the scenes." Like that was.
I think Sage Deep sort of I think this is what he means. Like, why not both at once? So that means like streaming and movie theater. Well, I mean, based off your subscription price, your subscription for whatever Netflix version that you have or tier that you have, what's the price of a ticket at AMC, man? Like
$19?
About your subscription price. But here's the thing. That's multiple people that you're taking. That's me, my wife, that's whoever. That's 3 $29.99 going or $19.99 going.
That's
I bring 2 people over to my house and we watch it. And we all watch it for one price.
And for the movie theater, that's without popcorn and a soda.
But hold up. But here's the thing though.
And the movie bucket. They give me a movie buckets now.
Dion and G.
Popcorn buckets, baby.
How much do you think Netflix is gonna cost if they acquire these properties? How much do you think a Netflix subscription is going to? The highest Netflix subscription right now is what, $19.99, $20 or something like that?
But then that's another question. Will they raise the prices again because of this deal?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah, they're going to raise the prices.
I'm sure it will.
As soon as they sign it in ink, the prices are going to go up.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Netflix, if you're watching, alto, por favor, enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
we'll see
and that in itself, and I've said this before, that in itself might kill the whole streaming
sneak food in.
Don't check bags, man.
Hey, that's what purses are for.
I have memories of certain people in my family growing up when we were kids. There was a certain big bag, especially if you had all the cousins together. There was the bag.
Yeah, literally pulling out whole dinners in the back.
Oh my goodness!
That was before they started selling whole dinners at the movie theater.
Exactly. I have to tell. I think I've told the story about my Anna for Endgame, right?
Oh, you have said that.
Did I tell you about the part about how much food we got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
You said she ordered one of everything, didn't you?
Oh yeah, like we had our own buffet because I'm used to just getting a popcorn and a drink, and my ass like, esperate, I'm gonna be sitting there for 3 hours. No, so popcorn, soda, nachos, chicken, pizza.
Bring it all out. Keep coming.
That's the way to do it.
I would
That's
love to
the
go
way.
to the movies with your aunt.
Oh, good. You're gonna eat. We don't have to go out to a restaurant or nothing. We're gonna eat there.
Oh yeah, that's for sure the way to
I
do it.
I just think this whole thing is a whole shit show.
It is. It's a big mess because there was a deal that was made in good faith. Everyone was happy. You know, we had our quabbles, like, Netflix movies. Okay, we'll see what happens since this is gonna go down. Nothing that we can do to prevent it. And then Paramount, political endeavor backing, whatever. And it's like
but the thing is, you said January the 8th is the deadline, Dion.
For Paramount.
Yeah.
So that's 3 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see.
Yeah, because they will have to go back and look at all the numbers and do everything all over again. They will have to.
Yeah,
I would not. I mean, I'm lying if I said I would not want that forensic accounting job, because I would want that job, but good God, that's a lot to go through.
That's an interesting deal, man. Like, just put it that way. That's a very interesting deal. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where we'll be consuming content. I had a few questions about just where we saw DC going, but I think we sort of fleshed that out because I think they're fine for now. But until
for the moment,
at the moment, until they ring the bell and we see what happens with this, we'll be here to talk about it.
We're watching it. We're keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, we're seeing the battle for properties, but season 2 of the a little lighter. Let's move to a little lighter side of things, right?
I'm ready.
This is a good one. I went through all my notes for it. So I'm just gonna
before we start, Dion, have you watched season 1? Please tell me you did. Please tell me you watched season 1.
Why couldn't you have asked that when we weren't recording? Like when we weren't.
I want to know because like y'all put me out there last week. No, like y'all put me out there last week without me crying. I want to know your answer, dog.
Why couldn't you ask me that like last night when we were going over segments for today? I put this in for y'all
right now.
Like, no, I put this in for y'all. Like, y'all
like this was me. I was like, we have to talk about this. We have to react to the trailer.
You ain't watched season 1 yet, bro. And we've been telling you for a year. It's awesome.
I have not watched.
It's really good, dog. Like, if you have,
let me read what I put together, even though I didn't watch it. Now I'm out there. So all I'm saying now is just some that I wrote. Okay.
Go for it.
So apparently season 1 had a mix of love-hate reception, but the setting, mythology, and fan base are massive. Season 2 is expected to dive deeper into the character arcs. This is what I've been told. Politics of the Avatar world and possibly Legends expansion beyond the universe from what we have now. For many fans, season 2 is somewhat of a make or break but again, great reception from season 1, but it could smooth out the rough edges and fulfill the promise of an epic live action adaptation. So, quick question on Avatar season 2. Even though I haven't seen season 1, but y'all can talk to me about it. What elements from season 1 do you feel must be improved or doubled down on for season 2?
Jen, I'm gonna let you take that one first.
Well, an element that's very important is the relationship with Team Avatar, that we're gonna get the whole team together. So far with everything we saw in season 1 with both the individual characters and the group dynamic, I think they have done well so far, and I'm feeling pretty good about season 2. But everything that these characters go through, because if you know the animated show, book 1, book 2, book 3, they go through a lot. and how it challenges them both individually on different scales and then corporately as a group, figuring out how to work together, how things happen with the Fire Nation and with the Earth Kingdom, the Daily, everything that's going to be happening, Azula going about the world, doing stuff for Dear Daddy, Zuko and Uncle Iroh basically, cutting ties with the Fire Nation because they get betrayed betrayed technically. So there's a lot that happens in book 2, a lot. So but that's an important dynamic, you know, having that vibe of this group and what they go through individually and corporately, that does have to be there, because that is illustrated so well in the original animated show. So that's going to be a big one for me.
Yeah.
Doc, same question.
What I want to see, because I didn't watch the cartoon before I watched the live action version. My daughter, actually, if she hadn't said she wanted to watch Avatar, I wouldn't have even watched this because it wasn't even on my radar.
Mm-hmm.
But once I did, Aang, his character is really interesting to me. The fact that he's 100 years old, but he's still technically a kid
at 12,
and he has to learn how to channel all these avatars through him as being the avatar. That can be overwhelming for anybody, you know. And I want to see his development even more in this second season as the avatar.
And technically, throughout the 3 shows, the timeline of that is he only has a year to master all of the elements and the avatar state.
Really?
He only has 1 year to
accomplish
it. Where other avatars, according to the lore, they begin training. They are so here's some lore for you. Whoever the avatar is, that part of their identity is revealed to them at the age of 16, and that's when they go on their journey to begin training and mastering all of the elements. And technically they're supposed to be a fully realized avatar, kind of like as a young teen, young adult, depending on each one's journey. But
so give or take 5 or 6 years of training.
Yeah, the training would not be rushed at all because
but since he was asleep for 100 years, he only has the 1 year
because of the situation of what happened with the Fire Nation. Yeah.
And everything that's going down.
Exactly.
And it kind of sucks because right now, what Dion said earlier about growth spurts, your man look like he needs to shave right now.
Well, you gonna tell me a year?
Bro. Yeah.
Well, this is why they shot season 2 and season 3 at the same time, because if they took year breaks, there's gonna be too much of a growth spurt.
Because I think this is pulled from season 1.
That's from season 1. That's from season 1.
And then this kid shot up, man.
But here's the thing, though. Here's what the cartoon doesn't illustrate, because technically in real life, and like, kids are going to get growth spurts at any time, especially at that age. So when I hear people complain about that, sometimes I'm like, no, this is live action. It's different. I mean,
I don't know.
Like cartoons, you know, you're not going to get that illustrated really well because it's animated. But technically, in a real life scenario, those kids at these ages will have growth spurts at different times. So for me, it's from a storytelling perspective in live action, I'm okay to accept that because that's going to happen regardless anyway.
Exactly. I mean, so I don't have a problem with that.
It's like, just get off that little high horse about that and get over it, because he's a kid. He's going to grow up into a man. I mean, and he does in The Legend of Korra. He grows up.
And go ahead, Dion.
So just another question for season 2. Since you've seen the animated one as well, and since it sort of seems like it's pulling beat for beat from it, is there any room for any like bold changes?
Well, they actually
what could those possibly be for season 2?
Well, with what they did in season 1, I'm expecting that in season 2. So, in the animated season 1, where Aang learns about the Avatar state, he actually learns it in the animated show from Avatar Roku, and he actually has more dialogue with Avatar Roku throughout all of the series than any other previous Avatar that came before Aang. So the fact that they actually changed that moment with Kyoshi in the live action, because I thought that was a dope change, because technically in the lore, Kyoshi is one of the few avatars, or I think only avatar, who had this unique mastery of the avatar state that had never been seen before. And that's what she is known for during her time as Avatar. So I thought that was a really cool change. And then the way they condensed down all of the side quests, and then they made little changes to the story to make things make a little bit more sense from the animated version, into live action, that I actually really liked. Now that they cut out a lot of stuff too, yes, this is only 8 episodes. You can't put however many all those animated episodes into all 8 episodes. There's no way to do it. So the way they did with the writing, some of the changes they did with the lore, like with how the Fire Nation in season 1 takes out the air nomads, and how they do that, and how they get up to those temples where it's not supposed to be accessible to anyone unless you're an airbender. So they made some changes in season 1. So I'm definitely, from what I saw in season 1, I'm expecting the same thing in season 2, and I'm actually excited to see how they go about it.
Well, apparently I have some catching up to do on this before it releases. But I'm sure I can get through it.
Watch it.
Binge it.
I mean, that could be a good thing. Okay, real quick question.
Hold baby Xander and introduce him to nerdom. Just let that be.
We don't really.
Hey, trust me, he's already been inducted.
We don't show him much TV. He was sick today, so we watched Little Bear. Other than that, that's the only time he get to watch it when he's a little sick. And it kept his attention because it kept him up. Anywho, though, nobody wants to hear about my dad life.
I do.
Is there anything? Okay, here's a good question. As a fan or a person who isn't well versed in the lore of Avatar, what would be your pitch to that person? Let's call him Dion, to watch this. Jen, you're up first.
A fan who's never seen it. Let's call him Dion. So the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original animated series, was one of the first animated shows that deals with a lot of adult political issues, very hardcore. There is genocide, there is political intrigue, like similar to the world in our life now. There is a nation that wants to take over the entire world to make it one universal nation and basically wipe out history and all these different things. Zuko has the best character arc development in the entire series for what he goes through. And the fact that we get to see it in live action is really dope, and how they have done everything. The effects are astounding. And watching season 1, I had moments where I actually got freaked out, because a lot of the things Netflix has done, I have to give Netflix total props for this. It looks so much like the original cartoon.
Well, that's good.
There's a lot of elements that look just like the cartoon, and even on a grander scale because it's live action. Like most of the characters in season 1, I had moments where I'm like, he looks exactly like the cartoon. How did they do that? Where did they find these wonderful people that look like the especially June from season 1? I was like, how did they do that? Are you 3D printed or something? What is this? So yeah, you like, because of the heaviness of the story they put in this, Dion, you would really like it.
Okay, I just have to put in the rotation.
Yeah, and they got everything you want in it, bro. It got mysticism, magic, love, action! A great story. It has action. You're gonna fall in love with even the bad guys. You're gonna feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
a couple of them.
Oh, what's his name? He was in The Mandalorian, and he's Appa from Kim's Convenience.
Yes, he's Uncle Iroh.
Okay, I'll watch it. I love that guy.
Yeah. Oh, and he
I love him so much. Kim's Convenience is amazing.
He was doing Uncle Iroh so well. I love it.
Okay, that's good. I don't know. Okay, again, for that random fan, would you suggest watching the animated and then jumping into this?
Watch this first. Watch the live action first.
I mean, if you want to be ready for season 2 that's coming around the corner next year, I would say watch live action first, then go back and watch the animated episodes, just because there's so many episodes in each book. You're not going to get to both of them in a like very quickly, unless you just sat and binged for days.
Bro, like she said, when they take side quests, it's kind of like they take side quests.
Right. I mean, and this is why I liked how they encapsulated it so well, because the reason why, I'll give you a little spoiler, the reason why they put the side quest in is because Aang is struggling with the reality of what's happened to his people, his culture, and he still has the Avatar responsibility. And he doesn't have his teacher named Gyatso around to personally train him as what was supposed to happen. So he's dealing with a lot of compound trauma all at once. So the side quest that he's going on, it's an avoidant attachment style technically in Aang's character, which is why we have that. But then the live action, the way they did it, they just encapsulated you, well written.
They paired him up with somebody who could
dialogue
could, help him with said situation.
And
she does, and he does. Sokka and
Katara,
they both help him, which is wild, because if it hadn't been for Katara, they wouldn't even left the village. You know what I'm saying? For to help him. So, and it essentially is 3 kids, just like on Pokemon. We going out on a quest, baby, and that's what happens.
And they're forced to grow up real quick,
really quick.
Aren't we all? But so I will check this out. I'll make sure to. I got some days off for Christmas, but moving on to our last.
Wait, you don't have the trailer?
There was a trailer for it?
I said there was going to be a trailer today.
Sent it to you.
Oh, I didn't know there was a trailer for it.
Dion, I said this last night.
We've been waiting all day to watch that trailer, dog.
Waiting the trailer like the plague.
Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I had no clue there was a trailer. I saw.
Hey, we sitting here on needles and pens, bro, waiting on the trailer.
You have no idea how hard it's been to avoid this trailer. Oh,
like, for real, why did y'all say nothing?
I said it last night.
We just knew you had it down, bro.
Well, it's like 14 hours old, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. I had no clue, man. Sorry. Let's see. Do this all in one hand. Let's go. There we go.
Yay.
All right. So apparently we're gonna be watching the trailer to The Last Airbender season 2. So strap in, everybody. Let's see.
I'm strapped. I've been strapped. I have been strapped.
This is Avatar Last Airbender season 2. Let's go.
Everything is vibrating.
Yes!
All around us.
Woo!
The world is turning. There is a secret life beneath us.
Yo!
It's really good.
Shut it!
We're all connected through the earth.
Get it, Tom! Oh, it's my girl right there. Netflix, my
Come on with
birthday
it,
is
Netflix.
February
Come on
26th.
with it,
Drop
Netflix.
it on my birthday, please.
Come on with it, Netflix.
Please. Oh,
Were we surfing over water, man? Just barefoot like that? Was that what we
No.
doing?
When you an airbender, you can do shit like that, son.
well, no, that was Katara. She was surfing on water. That was Katara.
She's a waterbender, so yeah, she can still do shit like that, son. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope.
Technically, in the series, Katara is one of the best waterbenders in
Yep.
waterbending history in the
Yep.
show.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for the show first because that looked
Ah,
like
Now, no,
Hey,
this first she gonna be training now, dear.
So we
Don't
talking
expect
about-
no really cool stuff now.
so we talked about
ah.
Netflix taking over things, right? If they giving you 8 episodes of a movie that you were like, hey, that was too short, you missed out, you left out a lot of stuff. This is what you get if Netflix owns your properties, man. So
Yeah.
just saying.
I have to give Netflix props. They killed it with One Piece, and they're killing it with this one.
I think a lot of things we're finding out works better as series. We've talked about it before.
Oh yeah,
And it's just one of those things that happen. Like it's just one of those things that this makes for a good episodic TV or a streaming season. I guess that's what we call it now. It makes for a good episodic journey.
I mean, like like there's a lot in the original animated series, like I said, especially with the side quests. But then the way Netflix has executed this in 8 episodes, and they got a lot in there for 8 episodes. Like they really did a good job with how much they put in there. Because
How long were they?
Goodness,
45 minutes to an hour almost.
yeah, they're
Like it's really good writing, man. It's really good writing.
Sage Toph looks so good. So good. And Toph is my favorite. I love Toph. That's my girl. Oh, I'm excited.
I'm thinking this is gonna be
this is good.
awesome.
This is good. I have a feeling like with the Rings of Power, where people are like, season 1, man, season 2 and season 3. Boo! It's gonna go up.
Yeah. I can't
I'm
wait.
gonna be on my VR headset sitting on the couch like this, boy. The whole
I'm gonna disturb my neighbor. Like as I said on the show, my neighbors know when I'm nerding out because I turn up my TV and I'm yelling at the TV.
You know,
I'm gonna have my headphones on.
We should just get on at the same time and watch.
Yeah, we should.
We should do that.
Yep.
Because we did it one time with something where we put the headsets on at the same time and we're in the same space.
Yep.
Yeah.
So child, do that. Looking like a
we can all go to big screen.
My neighbors in the neighbor chat. Hey, I'm gonna be yelling. I'm sorry.
Let me look. Well, last topic, and there is a trailer to go with this one. I'm sure of it. But
you have it, right?
It's somewhere down there.
You should.
And the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. This upcoming film will extend the timeline of the franchise and tell a brand new origin story. So, movies based on a 2025 novel of the same name. We saw more of a prequel the last time. It was out with the last Hunger Games that we 2 years ago, I think, was when the last one came out. So this one's scheduled
2 years ago?
Or was it last year?
Last year.
That was last year.
My wife and I went to see that last year.
We did too, and that was last year.
Wow.
This was scheduled for release November 20th of 2026. So we get to see Hamish's sort of origin story.
How he became the first winner of the games.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the trailer because it's been out maybe like a week. We were gone for Thanksgiving. So we're going to take a look at the trailer together. All right. And a 1 and a 2 and a dilly dilly do.
You have to say that from now on with every trailer.
Every trailer.
Is that Glenn Close?
Yes, it is.
Welcome, Panem, to the glorious reaping of District.
That's not it.
No, that's not her.
I think that's Glenn.
That can't be her because her smile is not like that.
I'm gonna look it up when we're done.
I'm looking it up now.
I'll go for it. You gotta do it.
Twice the glory.
It's quite a dark franchise, man. When you,
It
like,
really is.
It's time for
oh, we jumping. I'm about to say we going to Letterboxd.
Oh, a countdown. Ah. Woo. That was a Karate Kid.
Well, we're gonna see what kind of drove him to drinking.
Let the 50th Hunger Games begin!
Oh wow. Ralph Fiennes.
That's her.
Thank you, Sage. That is Glenn.
That's her.
I think these games are going to be different.
We already got a date. Wow.
Yeah, next year. So we're here.
Okay.
I guess just off that one, level of hype for this one, seeing how the last one with about President Snow was probably, well, for me, was my favorite of the Hunger Games I've seen. That story was, it just told so immaculately to how he turned into what he turned into. And I guess that's what we'll see with this, with Hamish's character too. But just level of hype for this one. Doc.
I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't even expecting another Hunger Games for her. I wasn't expecting another Hunger Games. Just the fact that I just so happened to be online scrolling when I saw this, and I sent it to you immediately. I was like, did you even know it was one coming out?
The creator of the game.
So yeah, I think it's gonna as far as hype goes, I'm hyped. I know my wife is hyped because I think she read all these books too. So
I know the fan base is hyped. Yeah, they're really hyped about this one.
I always get hyped when my wife get hyped for a movie, bro. Because she's not a movie person.
Here's just a quick question too about this one. How were within the fandom of Hunger Games, the initial movies with Jennifer Lawrence, how were those received? Because I saw the first one, maybe the second one, but how were those received in comparison to just the one movie that we saw of President Snow's origin story?
Oh goodness. For me personally, I don't remember. I just that was for me, that was not something I was paying attention to at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because just with this, I can only speak for myself. I watched the first one. I knew it was a series. I wasn't fully into knowing like the lore. It wasn't until the one with President Snow where I was like, hold up now. Like this is where we should have started. But I get why we're going back because of the books. I get it. But man, I'm so ready to see this. I think the casting's been great. The casting was great in the first movie. We got Jesse Plemons playing Philip Seymour Hoffman's character. So I think that's fantastic casting.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited. Again, I might go back and watch the original movies from the first series, and just to get some insight into it a little bit more, but because I don't remember those as well.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Sage, I'm sorry. Can you clarify if you meant the movie we're talking about now or the original series? I just realized I think I didn't answer you correctly.
Where were we?
1203. Was this a novel?
Yeah, he asked, was this a book before the movie?
My thinking was the original 3 because we were talking about the original 3, and I said yes. I went, wait, I don't think that's what he meant. So I was like, can you clarify? Yeah, I mean, this
was in 2025.
Yeah, based off this one
novel.
From what we saw, I thought it was a 2020 novel, right?
Yeah,
Snakes and Mockingbird, right?
Well,
I don't know personally.
Songbirds and Snakes was the prequel.
Right.
That's the one we saw in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like the original Hunger Games, when they came out, this was when I was still working for a very well-known prominent bookstore company that everyone loves and goes to. That's all over TikTok. This in the season of a lot of books were being turned into movies, or there were certain movies coming out that were immediately turned into books and became instant #1 New York Times bestsellers. Lincoln is a prime example of that one. But yeah, like this was like when the Hunger Games came out, then other book saga movies started coming out of the woodwork. Beautiful Creatures, that was a book series, a teen book series.
Divergent, right?
Divergent, that was another one. Yeah, like that was that whole season of Hunger Games is amazing and we have to do all these other teen books now, and Divergent, beautiful one, and this one. It's like, okay. Calm down. Anyway, but I think what's really cool about this is because I know we've talked about this and prominently with Harry Potter, how we would and the fandom still wants it, how they want to see certain prequel stories like the creation of Hogwarts with the original infamous four of the Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. People have been wanting that story for years.
Yeah.
And then actually now people are pushing for a Tom Riddle series or a Tom Riddle movie about how he becomes Voldemort, how he becomes the big bad, and going into that era of when we're introduced to Harry and how Harry learns about that dark time in the wizarding world. Like, this is really cool with Hunger Games, because the fact that we're getting these prequel stories are very good. They're getting well received. I hope this encourages that for other IPs for Lord of the Rings, which we are getting, and I'm happy with, especially with Silmarillion. But for Star Wars, like with the beginning of the Force and the Ben Solo film that explains more about the Force.
Let it go, Jen. Let
it
go.
No, I will
Let
not.
It go.
I am so salty.
You said that on every show since that happened. I'm sure you have.
I'm so upset.
We're not even. Star Wars isn't even a topic. But some way it gets to Disney, Bob Iger, then boom, it's like just right there. But
anyway, so I hope that because we're getting this, and Hunger Games has done really well with this so far with expanding these prequel stories, that it encourages other IPs to do the same thing.
For sure. I'm looking forward to Mic Drop. Given that, like, I've seen like loosely most of the Harry Potter movies, right? Just to go back to that real quick. But now I'm finally reading the books, and books I'm on the second one. What's the second title of the second one?
Chamber of Secrets.
Yes, I'm on that one, and I've just started it. We just got to Diagon Alley, so I'm still in the early parts of it.
Diagonally.
Yeah.
Diagon Alley.
Did he say diagonally?
But I'm just there, and I'm like, man, if that series from HBO Max gives us like the insights to that, and I'm reading it with a Harry Potter fan and my wife, where she's letting me know, and I'm just asking her questions usually. Like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. We got all this great content now, especially like looking at Hunger Games now. But we have the content, but we have the platforms to do it too. And I know we talked Paramount and stuff earlier, but there's going to be these avenues where we consume these stories like that a little bit differently than we have in the past. This works as a movie.
1,000,000%.
But like something like with Harry Potter with multiple books, and you can tell me every season is going to be something new, or even with like Lord of the Rings, where there's so much to go through. I mean, the movies did. The original trilogy did a hell of a job.
You could do a series on all of the forms of Saruman. You could do a series on all of Tolkien's letters by itself.
There's so much, and just getting into the right hands, the right people. But
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to this. I can't believe it's going to be next Thanksgiving time or next November.
Hey man, they need something popping for next November. Ain't no more Wickets coming out.
What?
Not next year.
There is.
All I know is that like Sage D, this book came out in 2025. The movie drops next year.
There is a book about the sun, and I was sitting in my living room the other day thinking about Wicked, and I yelled out, "Alphaba's pregnant."
Yeah, you missed out on the topic last week. We needed you for that one. We're gonna have to circle back. We're gonna have to circle back around on that one because I thought like she's got a son. There's other ways they talked about even going like an adjunct sort of take where you're somebody else like seeing it from that perspective, or going back to Shia's university, or doing a Wizard of Oz within this universe. Like that would be interesting, but I think we might need to save that one, Jen, for another time. Let's
circle back on that. Let's definitely circle back on that.
But yeah, Hunger Games is dropping. We just saw the trailer. Looks really good. I mean, it's not much more
ready.
Can say about that one, because the one with President Snow was so good. I think this was going to be really, really good. And it's the 50th game, so that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So our Fandom Mic Drop, we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to take one a week. So this is my week. We'll pass it off to the next one, and we'll just have sort of what we want to talk about there. A little small topic to finish us, get us over across the finish line. So tonight, though, I had something else in mind. We're going to talk to Diddy Doc. I don't really want to talk to Diddy Doc, man. Come on. Like, we knew this for 30 years, what he'd been doing. So I wanted to bring up that we lost Shang Tsung recently. That was his image from the video game that I was like, So I butchered his middle name. So Cary Tagawa, again, played in so many kung fu movies, but well known in our realm for being Shang Tsung in the greatest video game movie of all time, Mortal Kombat 1995. Yeah, so good that they brought him back for a video game. Gave him a storyline.
Even did his likeness really well.
Man, come on. So, just real quick, Doc, your thoughts on the life and career of Cary Tagawa?
Well, when I saw that he passed, I was shocked because he had just had a stroke, if I'm not mistaken, and he was in the hospital. And then about an hour after I saw that news, it came up that he had passed. And I was just sitting there and I was like, no, man. Like, not. And the first thing I was thinking to myself, not Shang Tsung. I don't know why.
My brother like that,
but not Shang Tsung, man.
My brother texted me Shang Tsung died.
And I've seen him in damn near everything he's been in, man. From Memoirs of a Geisha to what was the one with Rising Suns with Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes.
Oh, that's right. He was in that one.
We just don't forget Johnny Tsunami. Don't forget.
I'm not forgetting anything. I'm just naming the movies that I love him in. I'm just saying he's been in everything. Now he's been acting for God knows how long, and most of his movies were really, really good. Like he's a really, really great and respected actor, and I hate to see that he's gone.
Yeah,
it's a sad time, bro. Like it's sad.
He commanded the screen, man.
Yes, he did. When he came on the screen, you knew, as you like to say, business was about to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He was the sword maker in Blue Eye Samurai?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna go back and watch that.
I told you got to get up on it, dog.
No, I've seen it. But
okay.
I didn't pick out his voice out of that for some reason.
Man,
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch.
Your man was in everything. I mean, Dion, he was in License to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
He was in White Tiger. I know you saw White Tiger. He was in Elektra. I know you saw Elektra. I mean, dog, he been in everything, bro. I'm just saying, man, he's a legend in the game. Legend.
We have lost.
And when I first saw him as Shang Tsung on Mortal Kombat, I was like, please bring him back for every movie.
That was my that was my first Cary Tagawa was Mortal Kombat. And that's very near and dear to my heart. I mean, yeah, my heart sank when I found out the news. Goodness.
Yeah,
he has such a lucrative career.
Yes.
And pretty rewarding, it seemed like, too, because he was able to be in everything. Like in any and everything. You know what I mean? Like there's very few actors who can, take a soul in this one and then teach a kid how to surf. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
He's one of the few actors that doesn't get typecast at all.
Oh no, he never.
Because his range is his range was unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. It's because he had such a range. It's like with Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, just to name a few, where you can literally take every character they have ever played, put them on different televisions. You will never see the same person twice. I would bet money on that.
Yeah, he commanded the screen. Iconic roles, such an iconic one with Mortal Kombat. We talked about so much that they brought him back from Mortal Kombat 11 and put him in the video game. And just to hear his voice in that game, it's like pulling on those nostalgia strings for me. Like that, you'll get me in nostalgia in a heartbeat. RoboCop, they came out with a game. Hey, Peter Weller, want to come back and voice him? I'm buying that. I bought that game. Yep. I feel like a tank. I feel like a tank walking through RoboCop, man. But with this, for him to have him as a downloadable character in Mortal Kombat, something that he made such.
I couldn't get it out fast enough. ATO.
ATO.
That what's up, man? That lives with me like on the regular. Every Mortal Kombat movie, every Mortal Kombat property, whatever comes out, I think of him as Shang Tsung. No matter how they look.
Did you get chills the first time you heard him say that though?
When he was holding,
when
he was holding Lou's brother.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I got chills when I first heard your soul.
The way it's the way he came up. Like he came up like that, holding his brother's head.
I'm confident that I can count the few times where I genuinely felt very scared of a certain character with certain lines that were articulated. And I definitely, when he did that line, I was scared.
He made you seem like he can come out the screen and literally take your soul.
Yeah, like with how the way they put the camera on him and how they focused in on him, the background, like that whole shot is so well shot in what they did. To your point, Doc, yeah, you felt like he could just come right through the TV and pull you through.
He was a good big bad.
Yep.
Because Shang Tsung, before this, we saw in the first game we saw him, and we'll get out of here in real quick. But we saw him as an old man in Mortal Kombat 1, the video game. Then we saw the younger because he took all those souls. We saw that version. So to see him in like 95, just essentially be that version and not seeing like the old man Shang Tsung, which was kind of dope because the video game did age him and make him old man Shang Tsung too. So it was a version of him with white hair and the white goatee, which looks dope. But with him, there was a coolness about him that you were like, nah, he can take that soul, man. You know what I mean? Like that leather jacket. That leather jacket with it. What was the black
I love how
name?
you just co-sign on him taking somebody else's soul. Like, no, he can go ahead and take that one.
This is the same person that said during our Halloween marathon that he finds Chucky a comic relief.
I do now finally.
He did say
but,
that. Yeah,
but just what was the black guy named? Art Lee, the guy who got destroyed by Goro.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
and he took his name. He took his soul there. I was like, yeah, Art never had a chance, man. He could take it. You know what I mean?
It's still low-key disrespectful the way you're like, no, you can take his soul.
I tap him on the shoulder like, hey, that one right over there. Go ahead.
So we know that you are the one that's going to sell us out to him and the Empire. You have let the people know that you are the person that is the sellout.
If he give me one of those badass leather jackets, like he was rocking.
Oh, he just take souls. Just go take that one and that one and that
You
one.
are easily quid pro quo with a leather jacket.
Come on, bro.
Dang, Dion.
It was just yeah. Art Lee was the non-playable character of
Yeah. You remember
you remember when before Art? Okay, and I'll say this last thing, and then I'll put a bow on it. Remember Art Lee when he was getting ready to fight Goro? My man was doing this.
Yep, and he was fighting.
Split because he was warming up, and then he looked up. I mean, where have you been the last like 2 days of Goro just throwing people around, man,
and ripping their bodies apart?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man. Art, you never had a chance, man.
Hey, my man was getting his stretch on. He was
getting his stretch on. He did a little split and everything.
Bro. Come on, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Art Lee. Anyway, but no, character guy. I mean, great character work, great actor. Will live on forever in at least for Mortal Kombat for me, and anything else, everything else that I'll find him pop up in or that he'll be in.
Yeah.
Good and bad, because he killed that Shang Tsung, man. That was it for me. That was the one for me. But man, rest in power, man.
Power.
But
yes,
pay no attention to the time. We will be here on Wednesdays.
As long as we don't have any technical difficulties that require factory reset.
We'll be here on. I didn't even change the bumper button at the bottom, y'all let me slip tonight, man.
Listen, it's 12:22. It's fine.
So let's go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, we'll be here on Wednesdays. Make sure you like the video, share it. We're really growing. Sometimes it can get hard with the growing and everything, but coming back here and having the interactions within the chat and knowing the people watching and watching on the replays really keeps us going to make these every week and talk about all those things in fandoms, because we're trying to be your one-stop shop for fandoms, all-star coverage for all your fandoms. And reply, type something, put it in the comments. We will reply back. We definitely will.
Back.
We will.
Hey, what kind of sandwich you want, ATO?
Okay,
if we're doing sandwich orders, I want a meatball hero.
All right. DoorDash it to yourself. I got no money, man. I got a kid in daycare. But anyway, until next week, we might have to get Candy on there because next week we're coming back with a Halloween themed show as well.
Christmas.
Christmas, sir.
I've had a rough day, y'all. Christmas themed episode. So be prepared for that. We're going to go over our Christmas list of movies. We're also going to go over our TV specials for movies, and I might throw some other fun stuff in there that's Christmas themed. So be sure to come back for that.
Christmas wing. Yeah, all right.
For the Christmas wing. So let's have some fun with that. So until next week, again, thank you for viewing. Jen, Doc, see you then.
Yeah.
Peace. Bye.